Big news, man. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Hopefully everybody is okay. Yeah, Fabrizio Romano. Shout out Fabrizio Romano. Just coming in simple. Great shirt from him. But overall, so much is going on with Manchester United. We don't know who that next manager is gonna be. We're hearing reports, we're hearing rumors, and we're also hearing updates of midfielders here and there. It's gonna be a busy summer for Manchester United, no doubt about it, right? New manager, probably new midfielders, some players going out. But let's just get into this whole crazy situation because there's always something going on with United. But overall, it's been good under Michael Carrick. I think nobody can genuinely complain and say, hey, Carrick hasn't been the guy. Carrick hasn't turned up because Michael Carrick, fair play to the man, bro. Fair play to the man. But let's get into this. Let's get into this situation.
In terms of salary, in terms of personal terms, is something that is advancing very well. So Marcus Rashford wants to stay at Barcelona, and Barcelona want to continue with Marcus Rashford.
So with the Rashford situation, looks like it's pretty much done, bro. We also heard breaking news in Spain from a massive Barcelona journalist. He went on to say, yo, Barca have a full agreement with Marcus Rashford to stay next season, bro. So it's definitely done, and they want to pay the money in installments. I think that's gonna be a tricky situation. Let's see if Man United just accept. But 30 million, apparently Barca are gonna make that money up, bro.
So the feeling between them is very good on the technical point of view, but also the attitude. From what I'm told, Barcelona have been really happy with the attitude of Marcus Rashford. You remember that especially in the last year before he left Manchester United, so let's say last season, we had some moments where there were issues in terms of behavior at Manchester United. Amorim was not happy with the attitude of Marcus Rashford at some points, so we had several stories. But Marcus Rashford at Barcelona has been absolutely perfect. Very good relationship with the teammates, very good relationship with Hansi Flick, always behaving in a fantastic way, always positive, always professional. Also, when he's been on the bench, especially in the big games, sometimes he didn't start. Marcus Rashford didn't create any sort of problem.
Look, with Rashford, I feel like it was fake news from Ruben Amorim saying, hey, Rashford has an attitude, this and that, right? Because why is he the only manager saying Rashford has an issue? Rashford has an attitude. Oli was saying, yo, Marcus is professional. These other managers, Jose Mourinho, Marcus is professional. I think it was fake news from Ruben Amorim.
Always being positive about that. So Barca very happy with Marcus Rashford as a player and as a part of this group. This is why they want to continue with him. Asking Manchester United guys today, the answer from Man United is still the same. 30 million euros or nothing. We will not negotiate on the transfer fee. This is what Man United say today. It's still February, so it's still early. But Barcelona and Man United will be in contact. I told you this will be a financial topic to understand about the buy option, how Barcelona and when Barcelona can activate it.
And that's the thing, bro. Financially, can Barcelona genuinely pay us what we need, right? Because we're hearing reports of, hey, it's gonna be installments, things like that. Will Man United actually accept installments, right? Barca paying us in installments, things like that. It's frustrating. It is frustrating that, okay, cool, we won't get the 30 M's immediately, but it is what it is. Apparently, it's gonna be installments, 10 million over 3 years, over 3 seasons, sorry. So every season, Barca will give us like a 10 million until they eventually pay up the Marcus Rashford fee. So Rashford, he's gone, bro. He's genuinely gone.
In terms of the agreement with the player, and that's not a detail because Rashford is on a big salary at Man United, and so one point is to reach an agreement for a loan. The player decided to forgive part of his salary, and so it was quite easy to make it happen. Obviously, not that easy, but still easy compared to sign the player on a permanent transfer, find an agreement on the contract, the length, the salary, the details, the commissions. It's a different story. So Barca made a very good progress. Now is financial. The 30 million euros are there. Man United will not accept any reduction. So let's follow the situation and see also the timing to see what's going to happen. But could be the first Barca bomb for the summer.
With Barca, fair play. Good luck to Rashford, man. We always wanna like wish the guy good luck. We always wanna, yo, hey, good luck at Barca, right? He's doing well, things like that. Nobody's really hesitating with Rashford. Nobody's really saying, yo, this is a bad deal. I don't think anyone is saying, yo, this is horrendous. This is a bad deal. Yeah, bro. Ish. Nobody's really hesitating with this, bro. Rashford, he's gonna do well. I do have a feeling. You're saying, bro, Villa drop points. Yeah, Villa drop points, bro. Ish. It is good for us. It is genuinely good for us, right? I don't know why my software is not working. I would have showed your comment on the screen, but yeah, Villa dropping points. It is amazing for us, bro. It is genuinely amazing for us. Overall, I just hope and pray that we can get something out of this, man. We can get something out of this. Ah, come on. But yeah,
2026
shout out, bro. Ish. Yeah, but Villa are bottling points, bro. Villa are bottling a lot of points. 8 points dropped. It's a massive lead for them, bro. It is. Bro, we will surpass Villa eventually, bro. It will happen. I think Man United, we're just on course for that, bro. We are on course for that. But overall, it's crazy. It's a crazy situation with Rashford. But overall, I don't expect him to be a Man United player next season. Next season, Barca, it's game over, bro. Because when Fabrizio Romano speaks, yeah, he's one of the most credible. He is one of the most credible. I just wanted to also talk about like transfers as well. Fabrizio coming out with like transfer news.
Man United will do an important job and already have an important plan for midfielders. Midfield is going to be a crucial area for Man United in 2026. I keep repeating that, and it's confirmed. Then, Casemiro is leaving.
Yeah, bro. Ish.
I am willing to say.
You're saying you don't trust this club. You feel like we might lose because we always hate the easy way out. I would trust in Carrick, bro. I would trust in Carrick. Look at the other teams. I know people are asking themselves, yo, will we bottle this? Yo, will we get top four? Chelsea, they have hard games, plus they are inconsistent. Liverpool are inconsistent. Villa are dropping points. So our rivals, bro, just look at the rivals, bro. Just look at the rivals. Look at the people we're competing with. Overall, we can do it, man. We can do it. We can do it. You're saying, yeah, we can also thank Wolves. Overall, it is about Wolves. Wolves are the guys that genuinely made this possible for us, bro. They did make it possible for us. Hopefully we don't bottle it, but I trust in Carrick, man. I trust in Carrick. And with the transfers, let's see what happens. Like Manchester United, we're moving in the right direction. We are doing what we need to do overall. And I think we will get one or two players in. Fabrizio Romano is talking about a lot of midfielders. We will do some business, and it's moving well, bro.
And so Man United could sign one or two midfielders in the summer. Man United are working on the new contract of Kobe Mainoo. So we can say Man United on the midfield will go really strong with a big plan. So new contract for Kobe Mainoo is going to be a topic. And then who is joining? Many of you keep asking me. Guys, I told you, on McAllister at the moment, we don't have any confirmation on the story. Sandro Tonali is a player appreciated. For those who are asking us, in England there are reports about Sangaré, Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest. My understanding, guys, is that Manchester United, in this moment, for Sangaré, there is nothing really concrete. Also, I told you, get ready, because we will hear several names about Manchester United midfielders, and I will be here to clarify to you what's going on.
Bro, this transfer window is... We don't know what to expect, right? We can go crazy, or Sir Jim might not spend money on us, right? So, because some of these midfielders, we're hearing Elliot Anderson apparently is gonna be 100 million for this guy. Is he worth 100 million? Bro, it's a tough situation, man. It is a tough situation. because even Carlos Baleba will Brighton drop the price for him, because as well, Carlos Baleba, they want 100 M's. Elliot Anderson, they want 100 M's. And we know Crystal Palace, let's see with with Adam Wharton, bro. But overall, it's 50-50 with the midfielder we're gonna bring. We're gonna bring a midfielder, but I don't think there's anybody that genuinely knows who it's gonna be, bro. It can be Elliot Anderson, it can be Carlos Baleba, it can be Adam Wharton, but I do believe it's gonna be one of the three. Just because two of them cost over 100 million, apparently, bro. Elliot Anderson will cost over 100 million. Carlos Baleba, they still want a lot of money for him. So I think we'll get one of the three, bro. One of the three, maybe we'll splash a lot of money for them, but I don't see us getting too many of them, bro.
For Sangaré, I'm not aware of anything concrete. From Nottingham Forest, the name they absolutely appreciate, I would say they absolutely love at Manchester United, is Elliot Anderson. Doing fantastic at Nottingham Forest, English, talented, so a player they are really closely monitoring. So Anderson is in the list at Manchester United, yes. Is the only name? No, because on Man United's situation in midfield will depend on several factors. The manager, Carrick, is doing fantastic, let's see in the next months. The budget, exits and all the rest. Champions League football financially would be fantastic for Man United to have the possibility to play the Champions League, apart from the sporting and technical side, to attract more players. But apart from that, for Man United, Champions League football financially would be really important.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's just about the finances for us, right? A lot of people have this notion that, bro, Man United, they've lost their pool, this and that. Oh, who wants to join Man United, this and that. But overall, I think the pool is there, right? It'll be hard if you're going for Elliot Anderson, because apparently his number one choice is Liverpool. So if Liverpool go for him, we're going for him, he'll probably choose Liverpool. But overall, we're doing our thing, man. We are doing our thing. I think we will get in a proper midfielder. But it's just about who comes in, bro. It's just about who comes in. It's just about who comes in. Yeah, bro. Ish. The streaming, man. The streaming. Come on, bro. Come on. Shout out for the support, bro. Shout out for the support. But overall, we just need to keep it simple, man. I feel like this is gonna be our most important window, right? The next one coming up, the most important one. And it just depends on who comes in, who we genuinely buy and who we genuinely bring in. But Fabrizio Romano keeping it simple, bro.
Fielders who can be these profiles. So Man United are checking several opportunities in the market and will be ready in the summer. For sure, Elliot Anderson is a name on their shortlist. On Sangaré, I don't have any confirmation, but I keep telling you, it will depend on several factors. It's too early to say Man United will go for this player, but for sure in the next weeks and in the next months, Man United will work very hard on midfield, and this name is one we have to keep on the shortlist.
Yeah, for sure. The midfield, that's one that we will eventually get over the line with, man. Next season, I see a better season, regardless of who the manager is. But going into that, apparently it's Julian Nagelsmann to Manchester United, bro. Julian Nagelsmann, does it really make sense? Up and down, man. Up and down. Because apparently Julian Nagelsmann is open to a Premier League job. And the main Premier League job is Manchester United. Apparently he's on the Man United shortlist. But this doesn't really make sense, bro, because this is coming from Ben Jacobs. That's what Ben Jacobs had to say. Ben Jacobs is saying Julian Nagelsmann is open to the Man United job. Apparently, Julian Nagelsmann is on the Manchester United list. But it doesn't really make sense, because people like Fabrizio Romano, they are keeping the same energy. Yo, the next manager will need Premier League experience, right? David Ornstein said the same thing. So I think this news coming from Ben Jacobs, I think it's a bit of fake news, bro, because we've heard so many. Fabrizio Romano saying, yo, the next Manchester United manager, he needs Premier League experience, right? That was the notion. That's what we keep hearing. Like also David Ornstein reacted to a video he did. He's saying, yo, we need Premier League experience. The next guy for Man United is a guy with Premier League experience, right? So Julian Nagelsmann to Manchester United. I feel like this is a bit of fake news from Ben Jacobs, right? It doesn't really make sense, right? Because Man United, are we gonna take another risk, right? Does it really make sense, bro? Are we gonna take another risk with a manager that doesn't have Premier League experience? If you're gonna drop Michael Carrick, it's probably gonna be for either an elite manager like Luis Enrique, where it's okay, he doesn't have experience, right? He's still elite. This guy has won the Champions League. But overall, other than that, I think, hey, the next guy might just be a guy with Premier League experience, bro. We saw in the summer transfer window what Man United were genuinely doing. Players with Premier League experience. The only guy that came in without experience was probably Sesko, right? So the manager, Vivell, I understand the Vivell connection, right? Vivell, he does love Nagelsmann. Vivell might push for Nagelsmann. But overall, the main decision is down to these guys. Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox. Those are the guys that are recruiting the managers. Vivell, he's more of a guy for players, bro. He's more of a guy for recruiting players. Of course, he has a say in the next manager, but the main guy to make the final decision is Omar Barada, bro. Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox. These guys will make the final decision for the manager. Of course, hey, the owner... Our owner, bro, Sir Jim, he's up and down. He will have a say, but overall, it's gonna come down to Barada and Wilcox, right? Because does it really make sense, bro? Does it really make sense? Julian Nagelsmann, he's had a few years off of club football, right? He's been up and down with Germany. I don't think Germany have been the best. So would you drop Michael Carrick for Julian Nagelsmann? Right, Carrick is already having a flow, bro. Carrick is already winning games. Carrick is already doing his thing. The players are playing for Carrick, right? So with Julian Nagelsmann, he still needs to come into the Premier League, adapt to Premier League football. It's a massive risk. And are Man United willing to take that massive risk? If you drop Carrick, it's probably gonna be for a guy that's already been in the Premier League, maybe a Thomas Tuchel, but he's signed a new contract, so forget about Tuchel, right? Luis Enrique, are we gonna get Luis Enrique? He doesn't have Premier League experience. De Zerbi, do people want De Zerbi, bro? It's gonna be a difficult decision for Manchester United, bro. Yes, no, why fix something that's not broken, bro? Carrick, he's already doing his thing. He's turning up. Julian Nagelsmann, he's a massive risk, bro. He is a massive risk because Michael Carrick, he's winning games. And if he gets top 4, bro, that's all we want as Manchester United fans. Somebody that will get top 4, somebody that will take us to the next level. I think Carrick, overall, I gotta clap for him. I gotta say, yo, Michael Carrick, you've been impressive. You've been amazing, right? So it doesn't really make sense to drop Carrick for Nagelsmann, a guy without Premier League experience. 2, let's not forget, bro. Let's not forget, Julian Nagelsmann had a better team at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, he got sacked. that's the fact. Of course, some people say it was a bit harsh, right? It was a bit harsh. He's sacking this and that. But he did get sacked. He was struggling towards the end. That's why Bayern actually let him go. And he had better players at Bayern Munich. At Bayern Munich, you won't get those world-class players, right? You're still building. So how will Julian Nagelsmann deal with our squad, our players? If he comes into Man United, does it really make sense? One, you got to back him with a lot of money. With Carrick, he's shown that, bro, he only needs 1 or 2 guys, right? 1 or 2 guys to finalize this, right? It's not perfect for Michael Carrick, but he's winning games. He's finding a way. Nobody's saying, hey, Carrick has the best ever players, but he's working with what he has, bro. With Carrick, It's not like he's gonna need everything to perform. We know if if Nagelsmann comes in, bro, he's not taking Diego Dalot. He's not performing with Diego Dalot. He's not performing with the midfield we have. And probably he's going to need probably another defender to play out from the back. Obviously, Aiden Heaven can do that. Lenny Euro can do that. But Martinez, injuries here and there, right? Maguire, is he the best with high lines? Because we know Julian Nagelsmann, sometimes he does like to play that high line here and there. So he's just a massive risk where you have to invest so much into this guy for him to succeed, right? If you can't perform with a Bayern Munich squad, how are you going to perform with this Man United squad? Let's be real. The squad he got sacked with at Bayern Munich was 10 times better than what we have, right? The attacking players he had at Bayern are 10 times better than what we have. I love Mbeumo. Mbeumo is amazing, right? Cunha is amazing. Sesko is amazing. But these guys are still developing. At Bayern, he had a squad where, bro, these guys 100% were good enough to win a Champions League. That's what he had at Bayern, right? So Julian Nagelsmann, does it really make sense, bro? I don't think it makes sense because one, you have to spend more money on him just to perform than Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick, probably just buy him a midfielder here, just buy him probably a left winger, because Dogu, let's see with Dogu. When Dogu comes back, of course, that'll be a better situation. But with Michael Carrick, you don't have to invest so much. And I know we're being linked to so many managers. Apparently, he is on the list. I don't believe that from Ben Jacobs, right? Ben Jacobs saying Nagelsmann is on the list. I don't believe that. Will Man United drop Carrick for a guy with no Premier League experience, a guy that really struggled at Bayern in his last season, right? Let's be real. That's why he got sacked. He really struggled with a better team. So Carrick, he's getting more with a worse team than Julian Nagelsmann. If Nagelsmann comes, it's going to be a disaster, bro. It is going to be a disaster. It's going to be another Ruben Amorim situation where, okay, Ruben, he still has to adapt. You got to buy him his own players. It's going to be a mess. And overall, apparently, we've let go of the Glasner situation. Apparently, Glasner, he was high on the list, and now does it really make sense to get Glasner over Carrick, this and that? I still rate Glasner, right? Glasner is a top level manager. I'm not saying, yo, this guy's he's below average, bro. Glasner, top level. I know he's struggling at Palace, but we have to understand, bro, Palace, he has average players as well. With Glasner, somebody like Glasner, he's a better option than Nagelsmann because, one, he has Premier League experience. Two, he's doing it with average players, bro. Glasner, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Winning the FA Cup with a Palace team against City, you gotta respect that, bro. You gotta genuinely respect that. So I'll never disrespect Glasner, right? Other guys that were linked to, bro. I don't think De Zerbi the guy, man. De Zerbi, is he really the guy? De Zerbi and the board are eventually gonna fall apart. So right now, our best option is Michael Carrick, bro. Because if you look at all the managers who are being linked to, or all the managers that are being looked at, apparently we're looking at all these guys, right? Glasner, this guy, that guy. Michael Carrick is the best for the job, right? Best on, okay, he's doing it already. He's succeeding at Man United already. But overall, Carrick, bro. Carrick, are we willing to drop Carrick for somebody like De Zerbi? De Zerbi, he's going to fall apart with the board. I think right now, our best option is Carrick. If you're not going to get somebody like Luis Enrique, who has won the Champions League, but also Luis Enrique, you got to back him with a lot, right? This squad might be a bit average for him to do what he needs to do. Some of these specific managers, they need specific players to just get the job done. Carrick, let's stick with him, man. Let's stick with him. This guy going for fancy Nagelsmann, fancy this, fancy that. It doesn't always work out, bro. It doesn't really always work out. We already tried the fancy situation with Ruben Amorim. Oh, let's get a fancy manager in Portugal. He's doing some fancy things. But overall, it doesn't really work out, man. With Nagelsmann, let's see, man. Let's see, because I don't. That's why I feel it's also fake news uh from Ben Jacobs saying, "Yo, Nagelsmann, this and that." Overall, Nagelsmann, I don't think there's anything there, bro. I do not think there's anything there with Man United Nagelsmann, because one, he's fully focused on the World Cup. I doubt Nagelsmann would disrespect the German national team and then put himself out there, because let's be real, if he wins the World Cup, they'll extend his contract with Germany. So I think he's fully focused on the World Cup. I don't really think we'll take a risk with an international manager right now. I think Ben Jacobs is spreading a bit of fake news, man. A bit of fake news right there. Nagelsmann, I don't really think there's anything there, right? Let's see who we genuinely bring in. But we're doing our thing, man. We are doing our thing, and overall, as United, let's just back Carrick, man. For me, Carrick, he's shown us, bro. Carrick is a boss. He's shown us that I can come in, I can be stable, I can have a foundation, I can get the best out of these players, bro. Even the training drills from Carrick, defensive drills, bro. That's an underrated trait people don't really talk about. Defensively, we used to concede goal after goal after goal after goal after goal after goal. But now, you're talking about Man United are keeping clean sheets here and there, right? 3 clean sheets out of 6 for Michael Carrick. So he's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. Carrick, he's doing his thing. Overall, I'm really impressed with Carrick. I'm really over the moon with Michael Carrick. And let's just stick with him, bro. Let's just stick with him. Overall, shout out to Fabrizio. Fabrizio always updating us. Fabrizio always keeping it real. Rashford, not really gonna stay with Rashford. Good luck to the guy, man. Good luck to Marcus, right? He's done his thing. He's won some trophies at Man United. Overall, Barcelona, he might win a Champions League in his time in Barca. Let's be real, because if he spends 3 years at Barca, he might genuinely win a Champions League. So Rashford, good luck to him, this and that. But overall, Carrick, he's building something, bro. He is building something. You can just see that he's competent. 1, he's not scared to make the big moves. 2, he gets it, bro. He gets the club. He gets the club. That's one thing you can't really replicate. Somebody that gets it, somebody that wants to win week in, week out, right? Obviously, the other managers do want to win, but overall, Carrick, he just has the personality of, okay, I'm here to do a job. I'm here to do my best, and I'm ready to make the hard decisions, right? I'm used to the Premier League. I'm tactically inept. Carrick is doing his thing. It doesn't really make sense for us to drop him for a De Zerbi, or a Nagelsmann, or whoever, man. Unless it's somebody like a Luis Enrique, or somebody like even probably a Carlo Ancelotti, somebody guaranteed can win you a Premier League. Stick with Carrick, man. Stick with Carrick. Because if we give Carrick a contract, let's be real, bro. Obviously, people have this worry, Carrick might be another Ollie, right? You give him a contract and then it all falls apart. You give him the permanent, because we remember with Ollie, right? He went on a run. The moment we gave him the permanent job, it started declining, but then he went up, got top 4, right? Reached the Europa League final. And then after the Europa League final, I think the final season for Oli, that's what affected him mentally. You lose in the Europa League, things like that. But overall, I don't think that situation will happen with Carrick, man. Carrick, he should be your guy, man. He should be your guy. He should be your number 1. And Man United, let's just keep it simple with Carrick, man. Like, I believe in Carrick, believe in United. For us, success depends on the board, right? I think us arguing the manager this, manager that, it doesn't really make sense, bro, because success, it really comes down to the board, right? We've heard previous managers, yo, these owners, oh, this and that, oh, this and that, oh, this board, oh, Omar Barada. So success really comes down to the board, and it'll be interesting. Apparently, Ruben Amorim is gonna do like an interview at the end of the season. He's gonna expose the board. He's gonna expose the people above. So it'll be interesting to hear what the guy has to say. But overall, let's be real. As fans, we shouldn't have arguments of, oh, the manager, oh, the players. Over 10 years, man. Over 10 years, we've been arguing about players. We've been arguing about managers. We got new players. We got new managers. Oh, it's because of Anthony. Anthony's gone. We're still struggling. It's because of this guy. This guy is gone. Oh, we're still struggling. Oh, it's because of Phil Jones. It's because of this manager. It's because of that guy. So I don't think that should be the argument. The argument should be, yo, the people above, man. The big people above. Glazers, what are you doing, bro? Glazers, how are you turning up? Glazers, why are you taking Man United down? Sir Jim Ratcliffe, that should be our main focus, our main worry, bro. Manager this, manager. Our success would depend on whether the board turn up, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact, because you can get a world-class manager. Unless there's Sir Alex Ferguson that can deal with the Glazers, deal with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, it's going to be hard for them to genuinely perform. But overall, I don't think Nagelsmann is the guy, right? If somehow in an alternate universe he comes, I think it's going to be another Ruben Amorim situation, bro. He might do better than Amorim, right? But overall, Nagelsmann, eventually you're going to have to fire him in 2 seasons, in 3 seasons. People will be Nagelsmann out. People will be, hey, this guy, what's going on, this and that. These are not the levels we want. So it's just going to end badly, man. It's just going to end badly with Nagelsmann. But yeah, just wanted to touch down on Fabrizio Romano, man, making that update. Fabrizio Romano